Out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
We change it. No, we change it.
Jackson looking to throw right away. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long.
At the 14-yard line.
Jackson eluding the pressure right. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football.
Hurts fumbles it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Jackson on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. Dobbins on the slant route. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
4th down. Here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Down the sideline he goes. And down to the 27-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Eagles.
Play action. Here's Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They go play action with Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Eagles. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick-6 CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Duvernay now going to bring it out. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Devin Duvernay. And all the way in for the Ravens, touchdown. From end zone to end zone, and it's a 106-yard return. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 95 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
That's good for 28 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
From the gun, here's Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, My replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Steps away. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson now. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun, and they're going to him him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ravens 14.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the 2nd half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Second down, here's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now Hurts changing up the play. Swift going to try up the middle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Angelo Blackson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher every single down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive in the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They go play action now. Jackson, he's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Rashad Bateman, 35 yards. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And we'll get this up just shy of the 30. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing is Hurts. It's caught. Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 134 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the handoff, this is Swift. And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Running is Swift. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.